okay. I hope it's better connection. Y'all, I'm having an event tonight at Central Standard Time. Let me make sure I told everybody that it's 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know why I keep thinking it's 7, but it's 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and it's called Still the Mind. It's a Monday meditation. I'm having it every Monday. Guys, it is free, donation based. The energy transfer is you coming, donating your presence. So make sure you guys register for that, like by clicking the link in my bio. That is tonight at 6 p.m. and it's every Monday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'd love for you guys to come and to meet you guys. That would be so amazing. That will be so amazing. I'm gonna put this in the bio right now. Or not the bio, the comments. Right now. Or not the bio. Okay, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'm also going to be eating my sushi. Y'all, I'm a sushi holic, okay? And I'm like, after this sushi roll, I need to chill out a little bit. I know my limits. But today we're going to be talking about how to use your free will to the max capacity. Okay, guys. What you have to understand is that you have free will. And a lot of people don't really realize this. But I know people think, if I use my free will, everything will fall apart. Or if I just stop going to my job, if I just stop paying my bills, this will happen and this will happen and this will happen. People complain so much. Like, it'll be like it's millions of people that complain all the time about how they have to work their whole lives. And it's like, okay, I understand that. Why don't we just collectively stop? We literally all have the free will to collectively stop and demand that we have more freedom. And I understand that it's easier said than done, so I'll leave that there. But when it comes to free will and using your free will at the max capacity, this is the first step, is stop caring. Stop caring. That's the first step. And what I mean by stop caring, I don't mean by, become numb to everything and stop caring about your family, and yourself. That's not what I'm saying. So don't take this with that type of information. But what I'm saying is that when you give away your worries and your concerns and everything, and you give it away to the great mother, the great father, God, the universe, and you give it away and you allow yourself to trust, then your energy starts to change. The world's energy starts to change because you're no longer tied down to the what ifs and the worries. Human beings are such a very interesting species. And not even just human beings, but the souls that are here today. Because people will work a job that they don't want to work, to pay bills that they don't want to pay, so that they can work. And then they do the same thing. It's just a reoccurring cycle. You're basically paying bills so that you can work a job that you don't want to work, to go pay the bills, so that you can sit around doing things that you don't like to do. That makes no sense. If you ask me, I feel like it makes more sense to do things out of the ordinary and kind of just stop, like, at that point. That, to me, that makes more sense. And people be like, what are you going to do? What is your purpose? What do you mean? Purpose? What? My purpose is to inhale and exhale. My purpose is to breathe. My purpose is to be. My purpose is to exist. My purpose is to connect with God. My purpose is to love, to be happy, to enjoy my life. Otherwise, what really is the purpose? And I feel like human beings get so caught up in this heirloom of purpose and proving a point, and all it really is just your concept of your self-identity. But who are you outside of yourself? Because one day the skin that I'm in is going to go back to the earth. It's going to go back to the dust and the fibers. What did I fulfill in the inside? Who am I in the inside? And it's two sides to the coin, because I know who I am, but at the same time I don't. I don't know how I came into existence. I don't know. And that, to me, I'm not supposed to know. That's the beautiful part. That's the part where they keep y'all distracted by trying to be like, I'm right and you're wrong. God said this, God said that. You know what I mean? And true reality is, God is such a complex thing. I don't think any of us are supposed to know how this came to be. I think we should just enjoy it. I think we should just be here. And so, while people are arguing about stupid things that doesn't matter, God probably all in the air looking around like, bro, these human beings are distracted. They're not even enjoying. They're not enjoying. I might as well wipe their ass completely out. I mean, honestly, because think about this, and it's gonna get really deep. Part of the reason why religion, I don't bond with religion, because of the whole heaven and hell aspect. And it's so it's like one of the most egotistical things, because you're basically saying that we are all individually going to be judged by God. And that's such a man thing. That's such a man-made up thing. But if we are all individually judged by who we were at this time, I don't believe that. I believe that we are all as strongest as our strongest person. We are all as weak as our weakest link. So if we look at it as who are we as a collective, and not just the individual, not just the good things that I did in my life, and I was a doctor or a lawyer or a yoga teacher, and so I deserve this. But if we think of humanity as one big consciousness spread out into different people, then we start to understand that who's to say God won't just judge us all and just be like, I mean, you know what I mean? So I think about that, because If you ask somebody why they did a bad thing, either they're going to take accountability or they're going to say, I did it because of this. And that goes back to I did it because of that person. And then I did it because of my mom. My mom taught me this, and that's how I did this. And then you'll ask my mom, and my mom will go back to her mom, and then her mom will go back to her mom. So it's a generational thing, and you start to realize that problems and good things all go back millions of years into who knows what. So the point is, in a way, we are all linked together, problem-wise, solution-wise. We're all linked together. So there's nobody that you can't blame one that, like, you can't blame something terrible happening on just one person, because there's a link effect to everything. And we're all chained, we're all together in humanity at some point and at some type of way. So that's why I don't really bond with religion, because it's too egocentric and it's too me. You're saying that I'll be happy being in heaven and my cousin is burning in hell for eternity? That just doesn't make sense. I might change the title of this video because I got completely sidetracked. But on top of that, an ego is basically the concept of who you are, right? Your self-identity. That's what ego is. And I don't think that ego is a bad thing, but I think that if we start to look at our self-identity as not just ourselves, that it can broaden the way that we think, humanity-wise. That's what I think. And yeah, so back to what I was saying. When it comes to free will, I think that the best way to use it, one of the best ways to use it to your max capacity, is to stop caring. Stop caring about things that just don't matter. Nobody cares. Who cares? Who cares? Who's looking at you and who's judging you? Who cares? Who cares what they think? Who taught you to be like, I'm gonna stop living how I want to live and what makes me joyous because what they're gonna say about me and what they're gonna think about me? Who cares? So that's the thing, is once you start to realize that, yeah, these people are looking at me, yeah, these people are judging me, you'll start to see that for the 10 people that dislike you, there's 100 people that love you. And either way that it goes, like I said, we are all connected to one humongous source. So why does it matter? Ask yourself why sometimes. So yeah, that's one thing. Also, find what makes you joyful. Now, if bad things brings you joy, something wrong with you, and you need to go get some help. If killing, stealing, destroying brings you joy, you need to go get some help, okay? But I say this on like the surface level, that find what makes you joyful. And for me, I would say dancing makes me joyful. Yoga makes me joyful. Smiling makes me joyful. Being with my family makes me joyful. traveling, finding new things and new people and trying new things and new foods makes me joyful. There's so much. The world, the universe is so vast and so big. It's amazing to just experience. And it's just like, I need people to understand in the world that that is why we're here. We're here to experience love and joy. Because otherwise, what's the point? Please tell me. Please tell me what's the point. What, to be like,
I'm this and I'm that, or I'm the president of the United States.
you know what I mean? Like, I understand that, but at the same time, if you have no love in your life, if you feel no love and no joy, that's why people, they get depressed and they don't want to be here anymore, because there's no joy. There's no love. There's not enough of it. And I think in this world, we need to really see how I just enjoyed that. I just enjoyed that sushi. I'm enjoying it. I'm thankful. You see how I'm enjoying that? Joy was not talked about in school. Like, I think when it came to choosing a career or something in school, nobody talked about joy in school. And that's my problem with the school system. That's my problem with the world in America, is that, so you really expect me to choose one of these careers surrounding money or this and that? But what about joy? What about what actually brings you joy? Actually, you get up in the AM and you enjoy what you do. And you enjoy being here. What about that? Why is that so out of reach for people? Yeah, you can be in a state of deep sadness and grief and still be joyful, because there's nothing like the feeling of rising up every day and enjoying what you do, enjoying how you live, even in a great time of sorrow. You enjoy who you are. You enjoy your family. You enjoy what you enjoy living. What happened to that? That's why I know what happened to that. It seems like, I ain't gonna say everybody, but it's a lot of people in this world that you come across, and it's normalized where it's like it's normal to just work and don't enjoy what you're doing and just survive and get home and eat, watch TV, and then don't enjoy what you do the next day. And then you get around those people at family reunions or whatever, and ask them, oh, what they're doing. Oh, just working. You know, just work, 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 work. When you actually enjoy your life and you enjoy what you do, you show up to other people in such a grateful way because you're happy to be here. And I think that's a big problem within everything, even families. How are you supposed to bond with your family and you don't even enjoy your life? So when it comes to free will and using your free will to the fullest capacity, find what you enjoy doing. Find the life that you enjoy living. Otherwise, if you don't feel like it's important, even if it's money, okay, you want this career that's gonna make you $500,000 a month. Okay, I get it. You know, the money can buy you this, money can buy you that. I understand it. But can you really say that you're joyful inside? Why can't you have both? Why do you have to choose money or joy? Why can't you have joy and hope? Why not? So find what makes you feel joyful. Your smile is important. Smile. Smile. Be happy to be here, even if you have no teeth. Be happy to be here, even if your teeth are rotten. Smile. Smile. It don't matter. It's people who live in huts and they smile every day because they like the way that they live. They like they like their family, they like their animals, they like the sunlight, they like the way that they live. They enjoy being here. What happened to that? When I was in high school, kids was getting high in the bathroom. Kids, shoot, I went to a mental hospital a couple times. Kids was in mental hospitals. Kids was sad going up to class all day, bored, tired, filling their body up with junk. These are children, kids, because when you in high school, middle school, elementary school, you're still a kid. You're still young. You're still a child. I'm still young. Children are supposed to be the most happiest, joyful beings on this planet. Literally. They teach us that. Even in the midst of chaos, children show you that they still can make up a whole world in their mind. They show us that. But we live in a world where you're going to high school and these children are sad? Why? They should be joyful, they should be running around, and they should be playing, and they should be making friends, and they should be trying the foods, and getting sunlight, and smiling, and being grateful for the present moment, while also knowing, that the future is so bright, because they're going to be enjoying it. What happened to that? So, I'm going to go, but take from this video, what I need you to take from this video is that in order to live your best life, free will to the capacity, stop caring about what all these other low vibrational people think, and that has nothing to do with you in your life. They're irrelevant. Stop caring about all of this stuff that people try to feed to you that matters. There's a lot of things in this world that literally don't even matter at the end of the day. And number 2, find what makes you joyful. What makes you enjoy being here? What makes you enjoy living this life? What you are grateful for. Thank you. Oh, and make sure y'all join me for the Still the Mind Monday meditation. Click the link in the bio to register. Love you guys.